Nationalism, a powerful force that has shaped the course of human history, emerged as a prominent ideology in the late 18th century, deeply intertwined with the rise of modern states and the quest for self-determination. Its roots can be traced back to the Enlightenment, where ideas of individual rights and collective identity began to flourish. The American Revolution of 1776 and the French Revolution of 1789 served as pivotal moments, igniting a fervent sense of national identity and the belief that people should govern themselves, free from oppressive rule. In America, the Declaration of Independence articulated a vision of a nation built on the principles of liberty and equality. The colonists, previously subjects of the British Crown, rallied around the notion that they were part of a distinct national community, united by shared values and aspirations. This sentiment did not remain confined to the New World. It reverberated across the Atlantic, inspiring revolutionary movements in Europe. The French Revolution, with its rallying cries of liberté, égalité, fraternité, propelled the idea of nationalism into the forefront of political consciousness. As the monarchy was dismantled, the French people began to see themselves not merely as subjects of a king, but as citizens of a nation, bound together by common language, culture, and history. The 19th century witnessed the further rise of nationalism, particularly in Europe, as empires began to fracture under the weight of diverse ethnic identities. The unification of Italy and Germany in the mid-1800s exemplified this trend. Figures like Giuseppe Garibaldi and Otto von Bismarck emerged as key architects of national unity, leveraging the sentiments of nationalism to consolidate fragmented states into powerful nations. Garibaldi's campaigns in Italy, driven by the desire for a united homeland, and Bismarck's strategic diplomacy in Germany, showcased how nationalism could be harnessed to forge new political entities. The concept of a nation-state became increasingly influential, asserting that people with shared heritage and language should govern themselves. However, the rise of nationalism was not without its complexities and contradictions. In regions with diverse populations, the push for national identity often led to conflict. The Austro-Hungarian Empire, for instance, struggled to manage the aspirations of its various ethnic groups, from Czechs to Serbs, each seeking recognition and autonomy. The Balkan Wars and the subsequent tensions in the early 20th century highlighted how nationalism could spiral into violence as groups sought to carve out their own nations, often at the expense of others. As the 20th century unfolded, nationalism took on new dimensions, particularly in the context of colonialism. In Asia, Africa, and the Middle East, colonized peoples began to assert their identities against imperial powers. Leaders like Mahatma Gandhi in India and Kwame Nkrumah in Ghana emerged as symbols of nationalist movements, advocating for independence and the right to self-governance. Their struggles were rooted in the belief that true dignity and freedom could only be achieved through national sovereignty. The end of World War II marked a significant turning point as former colonies across the globe began to gain independence, spurred by the principles of nationalism that had gained traction in their fight against colonial rule. Yet, nationalism also faced challenges in the post-war era. The rise of globalization and supranational entities like the European Union questioned the traditional notions of nationhood. In some regions, nationalism morphed into exclusionary ideologies, leading to xenophobia and conflict, as seen in the Balkans during the 1990s. The resurgence of identity politics in the 21st century prompted a re-evaluation of national narratives as marginalized groups sought recognition within the broader national framework. Through its historical evolution, nationalism has proven to be both a unifying force and a source of division. It has inspired movements that fostered independence and self-determination, while simultaneously igniting conflicts that have reshaped borders and societies. The journey of nationalism is a testament to humanity's enduring quest for identity, belonging, and the right to define one's destiny, a narrative that continues to unfold in contemporary times.